I did it. I finally did it. I've been asking to do it since I started this channel. WICSO, made by me, episode 1. Before we continue this, you're now obligated to watch All New World because, if you want to know the lore, because this is going to be related to All New World. I'm not going to say much, especially because, All New World just started on this channel and is nowhere near ending in my French channel, but yeah, you have to watch it. Yeah, I know I'm evil. Anyway, we're going to start here, so the map looks a bit different. Watch All New World if you want to know. So, our very first civilization will start around Ethiopia. So, here. Start kind of around here. So they start, around Ethiopia. They kind of explore a bit. They saw water here. They didn't explore there because, there's a bunch of mountains and mountains sucks. These are already kind of on mountains, but they're going towards the plain, so they're kind of expanding. So coast here, so they're like, let's explore a bit, so they explore around, and they discover that for now, like they think that they're on, they think there's a huge ocean because they don't know about this, so they think basically they're not really a peninsula, but no, I have no word for it, so let's just move on. And when this civilization starts in Ethiopia, not too far off in Egypt, another one starts. Again, I won't be explaining anything, so go watch All New World. Am I doing this to promote All New World? Maybe, I don't know, maybe I am, maybe I'm not. But yes, so they're going to start here, and they're going to be on both sides. So they're going to basically they spawn in. They took some not boats. She just went there. Trust me, bro. And what will happen is that those people right here, because it's still really early on, and the best boats you can have at this point is probably kind of bad wooden boats thing. Yes, he immediately broke away. That didn't last long. So they're doing their own thing now. And they're exploring, more along the sea. Well, those guys, they're kind of trying to get, expand around this lake thing. But they kind of they're kind of scared to just go straight because one, it's desert. Two, they don't want to meet with those guys because they're using wooden spear with rocks and shit. They're barely early civilization. Their level, even the pre-Bronze Age collapse civilization are more evolved than them, basically. So yes, they're just really starting the damn thing. Now up in here in Greece, they also get their own civilization. Starting around Aden, I guess it's at Aten, I'm not sure. And so they're just right here, but it's mountain, and mountain sucks, like I said. So they're actually the first one to make decent boats, I guess. It's more of a canoe than a boat, but whatever. So both of those civilizations are going to expand. But it's harder for the Greeks because again, mountains, so they won't really go north, and they'll try to kind of focus on taking some random islands. Those guys are like, what, fuck it, we're going to explore this whole lake. What are the chances that we'll actually meet with those guys? Since they start really putting money in exploration efforts. It's also going in Libya, kinda. So they see they see that you don't want to go south because it's desert and desert sucks. So they're like, well, guess we're going to go around this lake and continue here. Now their capital city right here. Because I'm using map chart, I really can't do better to show capital city. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, although for now, it's not really a capital city. It's kind of like how medieval France worked. Like basically, where the leader is where the capital city is, but it mostly stays here because there's a lot of food and shit. So it's de facto the capital city. Now those guys are, I mean, they're not monarchy yet, but like basically, the leader is the guy that has that was the first guy to do to plant things, I guess. Yeah, he was the first guy to have food, so everyone is like, well, he's the guy with food, and we aren't really good at making food. He's better than us, so I guess he's just a leader now. And nobody asks questions because why would you? Now those guys, they're full on their thing of coast because they love coast and they hate lakes apparently for some reason. Now I get back to those guys. Okay, the first ones, Ethiopia. So what are they gonna do? Well, they're like, well, we can't go here. This mountain here. This desert. So guess we're just going to follow the lake because we know there's water here. And now, because, there's things starting in here, and, the king now is not, well, close to this lake, he prefers this. I mean, the king's the leader, because, again, there's not really any kings. The leader is now mostly around here, so, now the economy of this area is kind of doing the opposite of growth. So, people are like, wait, why are we here? Now you got some guys that are, so most people just leave the area altogether. So, but some people are like, nah, bro, my father built this home, I'm staying here. And so they're like, well, because we're bringing you, might as well just leave. And for those guys, that is not okay because they don't have really any religion yet. But like you get some of, like you get the richer guys that are like, I mean, we started there, so we, there is a reason we started there, probably, I don't know. So we should focus on that. So you get people with wooden spears and stone and shit doing war, I guess, and they won because they have like most of the population. And they won, they keep the area, but like everyone here is basically dead, so you want something, I guess there is like one person living here now. And at least you got back the area though, it's free, right? No, we go to India. Yeah, I tried and what's the name of it? Anyway, so we go to India. A good civilization update, chat. There is a civilization around the southern Indus River, and they're here now, and they mostly stay here and focus on making a lot of food because they realize that for some they see that there is a lot of food, like a lot of wheat, not weed, a lot of wheat here. So for some reason it's already here, so and there are also like other things like rice and what other plants that are native to India and heavily farmed. Man, I don't know. There's food. Basically, there is a lot of farmable food, which is weird because it's early civilization. So where does that farmable modern food, the plant come from? I wonder. You might have to watch All New World to know. I guess you'll have to watch All New World, huh? Damn, that's really sad, huh? I wonder who the cat. You know what? Forget about it. And now we go in France, specifically in southern France, kind of. And new civilization unlocked, chat. New civilizations, they're kind of late to the party, but they're here. Now, technically, they went out from the Pyrenees mountain, and they were like, well, this sucks, so they walked, they came here, so there's not really from here. But, like, I mean, you don't want to live in mountains, so that's I mean, unless you're Andorra, but Andorra is weird, okay? They don't count. But, like, a lot of civilization, doing expansion and shit, I guess. The Greek guys, because they're like their boats. They're actually like following the coast. They're like, well, so they take a boat from here. They took this. They follow here. They follow. Then they kind of get lost. I mean, there's like two people on here, and they get like here, like southern Italy. So they discover it. And because you're kind of scared, you just go back and hope to not get lost again. And luckily they don't, so they come back, they say, yo, guys, we found this here. It's kind of like something, I guess. So, like, okay, we're sending like 10 people there to their population, because their population here is probably like, I don't know, 125. So 10 people is a lot for a country that has 125 population. So they go here and takes a few outposts, and with 5 people each. Yes, there's 5 people in each of the. So that's cool. It's cool. Now they finally make up their mind to make their capital, and they put it here. To say here. So they get a capital now, because that's where the kings likes to live. Because it's easy to have like a boats thing, I guess. Now those guys, because they're still like not really civilized, I guess. They're here. What happens to them? Simple. You see those guys. They continue to explore around the lake, and they meet back. Those guys are like, well, you didn't figure out civilization, now did you? And they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. And they die. So, yeah, the population of this country is like 350. This population right there is 200, because they killed people here. And those guys are like, I don't know, like 200. And the French guys are like 100. There is 100 people here. Now what's going to happen is that the Greeks guys are going to explore a bit, and explore a bit of islands, because they like water. Water is important. You can't blame them. They kind of go around, let's go here, they're exploring and shit. And and sometimes when they feel like it's going to be important, they put some outposts. Sometimes where they're like, yeah, it's not too far. Like, for example, Crete, they don't put an outpost because it's considered as too far. And because currents here are kind of dangerous sometimes, so it's like we know it exists, but for now we're not ready here. So we just keep in mind, just in case we want to go at some point. And now in Mesopotamia, a country emerges, and they exist now. And yes, they have a lot of lakes close to them. Like, they also have a lot of mountains, but that's not a problem. Who doesn't like mountains? I mean, I don't like mountains, but hey, who cares? They're gonna be fine, trust me, bro. What are the French guys doing? Oh, they took advantage of the fact that it's really flat here, so they kind of started to explore. The sub-Brittany and the site was like always rain, so they were like, ooh, because Brittany sucks. This is totally no bias because I hate Brittany. No, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Also, I'm totally not sick. It's totally not like 12 p.m. right now. As they expand a bit, and they're actually one of the first civilizations to actually go inland because again it's flat and they're really exploitable. Although like there is like one person here, so they kind of stop. And yeah, so now this is the world. Nice. Those guys just still really like that lake. But at the same time, because they think it's a sea, they're like, well, maybe we shouldn't like focus on the one part of the lake, because if it's the sea, then we're never going to stay united. It's going to be too hard to communicate and all that. So they decide to choose a side, and what do they choose? They choose the this one, this way, because like because there's mountain here, so they think there's a lot of mountains that continue here, so they're like there's going to be a lot of troubles. So this way, I mean, desert sucks less than mountains, I guess. So they continue exploring, and they see that there's land the other way. So I was like, wait, it's not a sea. Telling me it's not a fucking sea. Then they saw like a bit of land, so like, okay, this is just a huge lake. So, they're like, well, that's great, so we can expand here now. And at the same time, they continue to expand here. So they're really long now. That's, I guess they're doing Shelly cosplay. So let's see, expanding a bit more. They see that, oh, there is actually isn't much mountains here. So, so they're going to expand by a lot. Too much even. So, the people that are here, the people that are here, so they're like, well, those guys are kind of crazy. So we're just breaking away, and the king is like, well, it's not worth it anyway. So you're still with this by second rebellion, so that sucks. And well, they're like, well, we're fine now, so we'll just keep that and stop expanding and actually work on making a state, whatever that is, because they don't know what a state is technically. In Greece, those guys are still continuing to take islands, and oh my god, they touched a continent. Oh my god. Oh, so they visited Constantinople, and then they discovered the Black Sea. So you're like, well, this may be useful for leaders, so we're making a colony here. Thank you very much. User actually starts to explore the mountains now. Kind of. They take just a few islands. And now they're looking a bit bigger. Those guys are expanding on the Libyan side. But also, this way, to finish a bit. And as I said, that there is a lot of water here. So they're like, okay, maybe we don't care about Libyan. We should totally focus in here. And that's what they do. So they're like, well, okay, there's a long sea, and also meet the Nile, so that's a double. And in fact, they send so much people to explore. At some points of exploring are like, wait a fucking minute, why am I doing here when I could just build my own country and rule myself? So that happens, and then the explorers like sent a letter without a map to those guys. They're like, well, shit, it's not like we're going to. I mean, they did the mapping, we didn't. So I guess we're just going to stay here. Now we go back to the Mesopotamian guys, and they're expanding a lot. they saw waters and they saw desert and it's like, ooh, desert, and they stay here because after that there isn't that much water. Or maybe there is, not just kidding, of course there is, because they follow the river that is in Mesopotamia. I don't know the name of it. And so they follow and they kind of stop at some point. They're like, and well, of course they take put civilization on their way, obviously. So they're looking a bit long now. And so yeah, they're kind of huge and they kind of stop because it's hard to communicate. Also, they finally are advanced enough to have a leader, and it places capital right here. Nice. Now those guys finally have a capital, so right here. It's right here. Those guys place a capital, and it's here. Those guys place capital, and it's here. Okay, fine, it's here. It's here because they totally explored this, and totally not because it makes a weird shape. No, it's totally not the reason. Trust me, bro. I hate my charts sometimes. Anyway, so I think I'm going to end it here. Hope you go watch All New World. That might be cool. That might be cool. Yeah, that might be cool. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you want an episode 2. Because I'm not sure if I'll do one for now. Because it's not looking that good. But anyway, for like and subscribe, please. We're getting close to the 1K, so maybe we'll do something. I don't know. I didn't plan anything right now. But yeah, see you next time. Next week.